Good afternoon, guys, and welcome back to another Nelly Diverse skincare video. Today we are talking about a completely different topic. We're going to be talking about care, yes, but not face care. We're going to be talking about feminine care. Now, why do I want to talk about this? Because women go through a bunch of different things in our life. Amongst these things, the hormonal fluctuations is something that could definitely affect our bacterial flora. And I'm not talking about your facial bacterial flora, I'm talking about the vaginal flora. So the Femme line is something that we launched about 1.5 years ago. And it's not just talking about feminine hygiene, we're also talking about feminine health as well. So it's a line that was developed by women, for women, to really target the different things, hello Tammy, to target the different things that we go through in life. Now, I've talked about hormones a lot in the past few videos, talking about how hormones is something that can affect skin as far as creating acne. It could be something that gives you pigmentation. It could be like hormones really do affect pretty much everything in our body. Right? So if we have a very high stress level, for example, cortisol is a hormone that is going to affect our system as well. So by Femme, to go back to the actual topic, is a line that's going to have different products that are going to work on, yes, the hygiene aspect of it, but also we're going to talk about dryness, we're going to talk about firming products for yeast infections. A lot of women actually have a recurrent yeast infection problem, and the unfortunate thing is that you actually have to be on antibiotics all the time. It's very hard on your body to actually have constantly antibiotics that are going to work. I mean, yeah, they're going to work on the yeast infections, for example, but then all the rest of your system does kind of take a hit from all these antibiotics. So we're going to give you a natural approach, something that's going to be just much cleaner. Femme, just like the Derme&Co as well as the bioorganic, is a line that is completely certified by EcoCert, Cosmos Organic, which means that it's going to be completely eco-friendly, it's going to be sustainable, and always mixing in the best of science and nature, which is the key to Nelly Diverse and making what makes our line so excellent. So no parabens, silicones, sulfates, no water. So all of the products in here are also aloe juice based. So you're really getting the best of both worlds. So if you have seen this line and that you've probably seen, we always talk about the pH. So the pH in the vaginal area, unlike your face, is supposed to be kept anywhere between 3.8 to 4.1, 4.2. As soon as you reach that 4.2 or up, you start to develop more bacteria, which eventually can develop into a yeast infection. Now, somebody who gets them all the time, they kind of know when it's coming. However, somebody who's never had it, you don't really know what's going on. So this is where this comes in. So your pH is actually going to be tested with these strips. Now, these are strips that are available at the spa, the salon, the clinic that you normally purchase the products from. So it comes like this. So this strip is actually to test the pH of your vaginal area. And you have a little cue card here that kind of, it's not a cue card, instruction card that tells you how to basically use it. And then after that, what you're going to do is that you're going to compare your pH paper to the actual scale that you have right here. Now, if you see that you're above 4.1, 4.2, like 4.2 and up really is when you should start taking care of it. But then your esthetician or your technician is going to be able to guide you through which products you should be using to really just work on balancing everything out. So I'm going to get to that in a second, but really the whole line was developed around this pH strip, but also keeping your pH balanced. So the first product we're going to talk about is the cleansing foam for Elle. So cleansing foams, a lot of people actually have their own, they have a separate cleanser that they use for the intimate areas, mainly because they're going to have reactions to soaps. A lot of body soaps really just in general are going to be completely filled with fragrance, which is nice because it smells nice on our body. However, for the intimate area, it's really not ideal. We propose to you the Femme foam, excuse me, and what that does is that, of course, it's going to clean, it's going to help to rebalance your bacterial flora, as well as prevent infections. If you have any issues with odor, itchiness, dryness, it is going to work on just keeping everything healthy down there. So the cleansing foam is something that really every woman should be using, rather than using all of the other alternate feminine soaps that are on the market that are filled with a bunch of stuff that we really don't want to be putting down there. So everybody should be using this. It comes out as a foam, so you do have the satisfaction of getting, you know, an actual cleansing when you're doing it. This is also excellent pre-waxing, so if you are coming back from work, now spas and salons are reopening, which is super exciting. If you're coming back from work and that you're going to get some type of waxing done, you could always freshen up on the go with it too. So it is meant to be used on a day-to-day basis in the shower. However, if you're kind of rushed, you could do it too, and it's gonna help freshen everything up. So the cleansing routine is something that really everybody should be doing. With this cleanser, you have some tea tree inside, so it does smell really nice and fresh and clean. Now, so I talked about the pH strip. So as soon as, like, I don't know if you can see, yeah, you can see it right here. So as soon as I kind of go over the 4.2, I should be doing 1 day of zone control. So zone control is essentially, it's a treatment product for the yeast infection. Now, depending on how high your pH is, as I mentioned, you're going to do anywhere from 1 day to 3 day. This is a completely natural alternative to taking the medication that is very often either prescribed to us, or you can get it over the counter, or even just, over the counter, that's what it is. You could just go to the pharmacy and kind of get all the stuff that you want. For somebody who gets an infection once per 5 years, it's not going to be as damaging as far as the internal goes when we're talking about antibiotics. But somebody who gets recurrent infections and is constantly on medication, as I mentioned before, your actual immune system is going to take quite a hit, and it's just really not good for your internal flora, like your stomach and all that stuff. It really does get affected. So much more natural alternative, and it is going to be your 3-day treatment for the yeast infection. Now you can see the brown color. So this is going to be odor neutralizing, as well as removing all of the excess Candida albicans. If you've ever gone to a gynecologist regarding yeast infection problems, they have most likely spoken to you about Candidas. So this is essentially treating that problem. So 1 to 3 day treatments, always refer to your esthetician, or for our business partners, you could always ask us and just kind of follow up, and we are there to help you. So once you finish your 1 to 3 day treatment, especially for somebody who does get them frequently, we have 2 different prebiotic gels that we propose for you. First one is going to be the pH balancing gel. So pH balancing gel is excellent for somebody who doesn't have any sensitivity, is not prone to getting irritations, and really just wants to rebalance the flora and just reconstruct everything in that area. The other option is going to be the soothing gel. Now, soothing gel is excellent, yes, after doing the zone control, but it's also going to be very good for somebody who tends to get irritated very quickly from, I mean, it could be changing detergents, it could be underwear, it could be toilet paper. There's a bunch of different things that could make us get irritated. If you have the small cuts, like fissures, I'm not too sure how you say it in English, but it's just like these tiny, tiny lesions, essentially, in the intimate area, and it's really just not pleasant for anybody. So the soothing gel is going to help to just strengthen the skin around there and just smooth out so you don't have those discomforts. Also, for somebody who's very active, you're going to benefit quite a bit from the soothing gel. So those are your 2 different options for like a post treatment if you want, and then you could just use it as a maintenance. Prebiotics, as I've mentioned many times, as far as your actual facial skincare routine go, you are going to benefit quite a bit down there as well. So we've talked about our cleanser. We have our 3 products for yeast infection as well as post-yeast infection. Now, another exciting topic that people have been, we've been hearing about this much more. If you are in the spa industry, and that you've been in the spa industry, if you're in the medical industry as well, vaginal rejuvenation is something that has been kind of spiking up in the past couple of years. Now, a lot of people are offering procedures to do some tightening on an internal level. However, there's not that many options when we're talking about the exterior aspect of it. So what we have for you is we're going to have 2 different products that are going to work on actually tightening the exterior. So first one is going to be the firming toner. Now, the names are pretty self-explanatory. So your firming toner is really going to help to to firm the outside of the skin. So what you can do, you literally just spray it on, and it's going to help to, of course, just like a toner for your face, it rebalances the pH. So we work on all of that stuff too. But the other thing is that it is going to give you like an instant tightening effect as well. So it's not just a gradual type of effect. You are going to see results right away. And oops, at the shows, or when I meet clients that they ask me about this, I always tell them, like, let me do this on your hand so you can actually see the instant tightening, and you can really see it immediately. So think about the delicate skin down there that does, I mean, depending on after childbirth, for example, that's like the perfect example. There's a lot of changes that go on with our body, and this is something that is going to help to give you back that tightening effect as far as the external aspect goes again, and just it could help boost the confidence. This is something that we hear about all the time, especially working in the aesthetics industry. You know, we talk to our clients quite a bit, and that is something that comes up. So if you're looking for that external tightening aspect, quick fix, go ahead with your firming toner. And who doesn't want that, right? So next product that we have is going to be the firming gel. So your firming gel is going to be something that's going to work more on the labia minora. So a little bit more on the on the interior, not inside, but really more the visual aspect on the outside. So this, again, we're going to work with the whole pump and wipe concept. So if you look at these bottles and you're asking yourself, how am I going to apply this? You literally put it on a Kleenex, a tissue, a toilet paper, whatever it is that you want. You pump it on and then you wipe, and that's good to go. You don't need to massage anything in, but this is what your firming gel is going to do. So you apply it, you wipe, and then let the product do its job. So this is not for the inside, as I mentioned before, but it's definitely to help to tighten the aspect on the outside. Now, a topic that's not so fun, ingrown hairs. Nobody wants ingrown hairs. They're not comfortable, they don't look nice, and we don't want them. So you have two different products for those. You have the ingrown hair complex, which this is something that you should be using, honestly, pretty much after any type of waxing, shaving. It could be after a laser treatment, IPL, stuff like that. You can use this all the time, and what it does is that it's going to help to prevent the ingrown hairs by keeping the skin well hydrated, but it's also, again, going to help to make the hair a little bit thinner. So we're not stopping your hair growth, we're just allowing it to come out much easier without, again, creating an ingrown hair. This product is also going to be excellent for men, so it's not going to be only for women. Men can use it as well. Results are really, really nice. You should be using it every day for the first few days after getting your laser treatment, waxing treatment, whatever depilatory way or depilatory method you choose to have, you can go with this. So face, body, anywhere that you get ingrown hairs, you can use this daily. Then we have the soothing mask. So for anyone who's hypersensitive, again, to shaving, laser, waxing, anything like that, you want to calm the skin down afterwards. If you're like trying to avoid really any type of in-salon depilatory method because you know you're going to get too sensitive, the soothing mask is going to calm, yes, the redness, but it's also going to calm the burning, tingling sensation that can often come after getting a wax. Now, of course, this is made for the bikini area, but it can be really used anywhere that you need to be using it. So you put this on, you give it about 10 minutes or so, and then you can gently rinse it off. Take a wet Kleenex, a gauze, a cloth, whatever it is you want to use, wet it, and then you can rinse, and you're good to go. And you're going to see that the redness has gone down dramatically. Now for our dryness, as I mentioned at the beginning, dryness is not something that is going to affect only people that are perimenopausal, menopausal, or even postmenopausal. It is something that can affect everybody at all stages of the life. So we have the regenerating serum. Regenerating serum is going to contain evening primrose oil. And what that does is actually, well, the whole combination of the product is that it's going to help to strengthen and really give back all the lipids that we need to have just to be comfortable, but also to have a healthy skin. Healthy skin is really, it's your protection. I've said this in other videos as well. Your skin is your biggest organ because it's there to protect you. It has to protect you everywhere, including your feminine area. If you have areas on your body that are drier, like flaky skin, you look like you have crocodile skin, no matter how much moisturizer you put on, you can use this in those areas. You put on a couple drops, and within about 48 hours, you see very nice improvements on the texture of the skin, but also the comfort again. And the last product that we're going to talk about is the Lubriel. So Lubriel is a natural lubricant. It's going to be oil-free. There's no silicone inside or anything like that either, so you're working with a completely aloe lubricant. It also has a little bit of stevia, so for those of you, it's not dangerous if it goes in your mouth or anything like that. I don't really need to give you any instructions on that one. You can get creative with it, but completely natural, very good for anybody who's hypersensitive or just wants to have a more natural alternative to available for them. So that's for the Lubriel. Now I think there are some questions because I kept seeing the pop-ups. Thank you again, everybody, for participating all the time. It's always nice having you. Okay. Working wonders. Yes, it does. Okay, somebody is going to contact you for Femme. Kathleen loves this course. That's good. We love having you. All right, so I don't think there's any actual technical questions for me today, but just as always, don't forget to like and share, and please tell me what you want to hear about for the future topics. I'm definitely all ears, and I love getting your recommendations as well. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you on Monday.